Alright, welcome back to WMMA Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a fight review. So we're going to the famed Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan for Deep 104th Impact. We're going to the Super Atomweight 49 kilograms or 108 pound division. Seika Izawa, the Deep Jules Strawweight champ, coming in at 3-0, taking on Shiyu Park, coming in at 5-3, and Deep Jules Atomweight mainstay. Now, this fight going in had high stakes because the winner, it is widely believed, is getting a call to the big show in Rizin. I mean, there was no other reason for these two to meet at Super Atomweight because Park fights at Atomweight 105 and Izawa is the Deep Jules Strawweight champ at 115. So no other real reason for them to call Izawa down over, 8 pounds, 6 pounds, 7 pounds to fight an atomweight. So likely the winner of this fight was getting called to Rizin. So going into the first round, and Izawa's plan was obvious from the bell. Pressure Park to the cage to take her down against the wall. Now Park showed improved defense and get-ups. The longest she spent on the ground in the first round was about 15 seconds. Did allow Izawa to pass to side control. But Park did her best work in the center. When they were standing, when she could get up and separate, she did her best work in the center with her striking. But Izawa kept the pressure on, preventing really anything meaningful from landing for Park in the first round. Second round got much more interesting, though. Izawa again pressured Park to the fence, was hunting for a takedown. She slipped around to the back, and Izawa tried to drag her down but fell. So Park stood over Izawa, started throwing kicks to the legs, and one of those kicks was mistimed, and Izawa kind of stood, sat up a little bit at the worst time, and the kick went errant, basically kicking Izawa right in the chin. So that's an illegal foul for a soccer kick. Izawa got time out. They brought in a doctor to check on her. Park ended up getting a red card, -2 points. Big penalty there. Now, Izawa was okay, so the fight resumed. But she had bad swelling on her right eye from earlier punches. After the match resumed, though, Park got aggressive. She knew she had to get aggressive. So she was coming forward and actually dropped Izawa real quick with a punch, but it was just a flash knockdown, and Izawa got up fast. Then Izawa got a takedown, but Park was quick to scramble, and then they got into a weird position. Izawa was on Park's back, but she was upside down. Park was sitting up. Izawa's head was to the floor. Just a real weird position that they were stuck in. Neither of them could really claim a dominant position from there. Eventually, they got to a different position, and the referee stood them up because there was nothing going on. And they were both in the center, with Park seemingly landing the better strikes to end the second round. Now, they brought in a doctor between the second and third round to check Izawa's right eye because it was almost completely swollen shut. But apparently, she could still see enough. The doctor gave her the go-ahead, so she was good to go. So the third round, Park again came out the aggressor. She knew she needed to fight hard for the win. Most likely needed a finish now. Izawa, though, she dove for a single. And I mean, dove for an ankle, really. And drove to the cage. She tried to switch to the double, but couldn't get her down. So she started, settling for knees. Now, eventually, Izawa kind of pulled Park away from the cage and got a trip takedown. But again, Park's new get-up skills prevailed, and she showed a lot of improvement in that department. Park eventually separated the center, but Izawa, again, I don't think she wanted anything to do with Park striking with her messed up eye, and desperately pushed to the cage and hunted for takedowns to end the round. It was a safe round for Izawa. Like I said, her eye was clearly bothering her. So it went to the judges, and all three gave it to Seika Izawa via unanimous decision. 29-26 times 2, and then this one was weird, a 28-27. So apparently, even with one judge technically scoring the fight for Park, because of the foul, he gave it to Izawa. So I don't know how that works exactly, because that's the only way to explain that 28-27 is if you gave it to Park but took 2 points away. But apparently even then, the judge gave it to Izawa. So, like I said, that illegal soccer kick, that it was an unintentional foul. So, like, you could tell it was unintentional, but it really messed Park up. She had no way to win other than a finish after that point. So, lessons learned here. Don't foul in Japan, even accidental, and not related to this fight, but don't miss weight as well, because otherwise you need to finish to win, and even then you might get a no contest at best. So, Izawa's eye, pretty messed up. You know, like I said, she was forced to fight safe in the third round. Apparently, though, she went to the hospital and everything seems okay, but she's wearing an eye patch to, not look. She showed on Twitter she's wearing the eye patch so it doesn't look as bad. Now, for Park, training with Miyu Yamamoto, you could tell it finally paid off. Miyu Yamamoto, amazing wrestler. And it finally paid off for Park in this fight. She showed improved takedown defense and her improved ability to get up when taken down. It's just, that training at Crazy B, like, they just have, like, a really bad luck streak. I don't know if there's a hex on that gym or what, but the Crazy B bad luck streak continues. Nevertheless, Park showed a lot of improvement in this fight against someone that, probably a lot of people expected to beat her a lot more easily. Izawa, on the opposite side, she continues to shine as a legit prospect, even in a new weight class. A lot of people thought, well, she's fighting at strawweight. Why is she going down to super atomweight? But she said, I can make it no problem. And apparently she did. She actually weighed less than Park on the scale, like a little more than a pound less on the scale, and looked good. Now, she did look bigger than Park in the cage, but not, like, super huge. So this super atomweight might be an even better class for her than strawweight was. And my final note here that I have, this fight was honestly closer than I thought it would be. I thought with Izawa's grappling skill between her wrestling and her judo, which are both, top tier, I thought this would be an easy sub-win for Izawa. But Park, like I said, showed improved ability, and this fight ended up being a lot closer than I thought it would be. So let's talk about things to work on. For Seika Izawa, I'd like to see her use her striking more to set up her takedowns. Don't just rush in there, because some of the time, even in the first round, she just applied pressure to back Park up to the cage to get the takedown. I'd like to see her use her striking to start setting up her takedowns, especially as she starts facing better and better opponents. That's something she's going to need to do. For Shiyu Park, now that she has this new takedown defense, improved takedown defense ability and ability to get back up, I would like to see her be more confident in that early on. First round, you could tell she was nervous, she was scared of the takedown. But as the fight wore on, and she knew she could stop Seika Izawa's takedowns and knew she could get back up if taken down, she gained more confidence and was able to fight better. So now that she has this, she's got to be more confident in it. For fights to make, for Shiyu Park, she's going to go back to Deep Jewels. I'd like to see the Hikaru Aono rematch. It's been a few years since that fight. Aono's shown some improvement. Park has shown some improvement as well. I think now would be a good time to make that matchup. Also, both fighters need a win. For Seika Izawa, well, she's most likely going to Rizin, probably for New Year's Eve. The big question is going to be against who? At 4-0, it's too early for her to go up against Ayaka Hamasaki. Kana Asakura, just coming off a loss, they could match her up against Asakura. I don't see them matching her up against Saori Oshima, who just won over the weekend. Oshima's too small for Izawa. But then again, she's tough, so it'll be interesting to see. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the fight. I thought it was a good fight. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to give the video a like. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to WMMA now, the most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.